good afternoon, or it could be good evening where you are. Well, whatever it is, I hope it's a very good one. Well, today I'm going to show you what you can do with your kitchen scraps. Yeah, recycle, reuse with your kitchen scraps. So I'm going to show you how I make my fertilizer, or how I use it. It's already made now. I'm going to show you how I use my fertilizer. I'm going to show you how I use my kitchen scraps to make fertilizer. Yeah. And you can do that too. Okay? So thank you for stopping by. And I hope you will leave a thumbs up and a comment too. I would like to know where you're watching from. So those 2 containers will be used to show up and to make my fertilizer so that I can use it in the garden today. It's going to be a very short live. So the first thing you can do with your kitchen scrap, even before making fertilizer, if you have a garden, just do what I do. Pour your kitchen scraps in your garden, like right over there. Yeah. Kitchen scraps are in there. They help the plants to grow. And here's another place where I put my kitchen scraps. Right here under this June plum tree. It gives your food, your plants food. It makes food, makes fertilizer, keeps your plant growing. But today I'm going to show you how I use it. My kitchen scraps is to make liquid fertilizer. All right. So right here are my 2 containers. The one on the right has the kitchen scraps and the contents in there, and it's going to be transferred to the one on the left. I'll show you how I use it. Now, once I open this up, it really smells like fertilizer. This has been in that container for about at least 5 weeks. Thank you for coming by. Those of you who just stopped in, I thank you so much for coming by. Please remember your thumbs up if you don't mind. Yes, I'm going to show you how I use my kitchen scraps in my garden. If you're just coming in, I just showed right over there in this garden, my kitchen scraps are in there. You just simply throw your kitchen scraps in your garden and it will work for you. Here's another place where it is, right under the June plum tree. Kitchen scraps are under there. They feed the plants and the plants do very well. But today, I'm going to show you how I use it to make liquid fertilizer. Yeah. So I don't buy fertilizer. I make liquid fertilizer. And it's very simple. Very simple to make your liquid fertilizer. Thank you so much for coming by, those of you just coming in. Yes, I use my fertilizer in 2 ways in the garden. I throw them in the garden, just simply throw them by the roots of the plants or whatever is in your garden, like the one you're looking at right there. Kitchen scraps are in there where you see those pineapples and collard greens and tomatoes and kale. That's one way I use it. And another way is right here where these 2 containers are. I'm going to make liquid fertilizer. Now these contents, the kitchen scraps, let me tell you what's in it. My kitchen scraps, I have some coffee grounds and water. And it's been sitting in this container for at least 5 weeks. Now today, I'm going to strain out the liquid. All of that contents is in a burlap bag, also known as crocus bag. So you're gonna see me straining out the liquid from one content to the next, and the contents, which are the solid pieces, will be left in the content on the left. That will continue the process over and over. And during the week, I keep adding kitchen scraps to it. Now, what came out of the one in the right, the liquid, I need to dilute it with lots of water because it is very strong. Yes. Once you see me open it, you will see the flies start coming because it smells just like horse manure. And so what I do is I dilute it, fill up the container with water, stir it up, and then I use it in my garden. So that's what you're going to be seeing. Hello, Arsinia. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your like. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so today I'm showing you how I use my kitchen scraps. And in this case, I'm using it to make liquid fertilizer. So this liquid has been sitting in there for about 5 weeks now. It's in this container. And you will see that I'm going to be wearing my mask because, like I said, it smells exactly like fertilizer, like the real raw fertilizer from a horse. Yeah. So I'm going to lift the bag out, strain it out, put it in this one. Then I'm going to fill it up with water because it's very, very strong. If you put it on the plant just like that, it will burn up your plants. Hello. Hi. Hi, Jill. And I hope I said it correctly. Thank you so much. What you doing? I am using the kitchen scraps as liquid fertilizer. So is that pineapple? Oh yes, there's several pineapples, many pineapples here in the garden. But today I'm showing you 2 ways I use my kitchen scraps. The first way is to put it in the garden just like that. Right there. My kitchen scraps are there. That's one place you will find it. And another place close by is right here under this Dune plum tree. I just throw it under there. It becomes fertilizer for the plant. Yes, and they grow very well. And today, I have my kitchen scraps in this container with some coffee grounds and water, and it's been in it for 5 weeks. If you notice the flies around it, because they smell it. It smells like fertilizer. So now I'm going to dilute that, because you can't put it on the plants like that. It will burn it up. Okay? So let me go ahead and start. I know that's what you came for. So I'm going to make sure I have my mask on. Yeah. And I have to get the water with the hose ready. Okay, got my materials ready. And then, so now watch as I strain this out. It smells like horse manure. Don't do that next time. Don't drop it like that. All right, let me cover it down. I'm going to fill this up with water. So let me turn on the pipe. Let me do that on top of it. There you go. Okay. gonna fill it up. Okay, let me cover it up now because we don't want the flies to come around. Now I'm gonna continue with this. This one will now become the bucket that will be sit for about 4 to 5 weeks. So what I'll do now is fill it up with, not about halfway, with some water. And during the week, I'll add kitchen scraps to it. And then today I'm gonna also put some coffee grounds in there. So let me do that first. The coffee grounds help it to break down. And do you know you can put coffee grounds in your garden too? It's very healthy. It acts as fertilizer. You see the flies? That's why you have to be quick with this. This one away. And now I'm going to show you how I use it in the garden. Since we're close right here, I'll just show you right here. Fill that up. Now what I did first though, the plants were watered this morning, and it's best to do that when it's watered. What fruit is that? Okay, over here I have pineapples, and I have collard greens, I have kale and tomato. Now I'm gonna go over to the sweet potato bed right here. Hope make sure you don't fall down. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the sweet potato. You can do this, like every once a week or twice a week. But make sure it's not too strong. Dilute it. All right. Growing more flower. Thank you. Hope yes it is well. I'm using my liquid fertilizer that I made from kitchen scraps to fertilize the plants today. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go over to the pineapple container bed. Let me put you up so you can see where it is. All right, the containers are over there. Hopefully I can bring you up some more. There you go. Yeah. Joshua, hello. Thank you for coming by, Joshua. I'm using my liquid fertilizer to fertilize the plants. I'm gonna go now into the herbs, the box of herbs. There are some seedlings right here too. Some squash and eggplants. I think this needs some water. I want to give it some water. Oh, I have parsley, oregano, thyme, and basil. So basil, parsley, oregano, thyme. This is crooked neck squash that I planted from seeds. So they'll be ready to be planted very soon. Transplanted. Hello, Nurse Sandra. Better yet, will anything grow in the Home Depot buckets? Oh yeah, I have all those pineapples in there. Anything can grow in there. In those buckets, yeah. I have a lot of things growing in those buckets. You can even yam can grow in there. Anything. All right. So I'm going to. I need to put some fertilizer on some of the trees now. So that's where I'm going. I'm gonna go to the fruit trees. I have coconut trees over there. I have uh, sweet sap or sugar apple. I have a cherry tree right there. That's the Barbados cherry. That's the sapodilla or the Nesberry. I have guava tree. Yeah. Whoa, yam too. Yes. Yes. Anything. Anything can grow. Even banana. Yeah, you can put a banana plant in there and it will bear fruit. So that's why I said there's no excuse to not have yourself a little garden. Things are too expensive these days now. So grow your groceries. I'm going to take you by the papayas, and you can see a container where we have papayas growing in. See, you should be able to see it from here. See that black container right there? Yeah, there are two papaya trees in there. Two papaya seedlings. See how tall they are? And we're leaving them in there because they're gonna grow. So now I'm going to put some fertilizer on those plants. Do you cut the bottom? You put holes in it. We just put holes in it. You can cut the bottom out, but yeah, you can do that. I'm going to go up there by the pineapple beds. Along the way are some papaya seedlings. Joshua saying hi, Nurse Sandra. There's one more place that I need to put the fertilizer in, and it's in my beans bed. The beans bed are blossoming now. The beans bed is blossoming and they're about to put out some vegetables. And before I do that, I'm going to put some right here on these pineapples. Right there. Let me get to the beans bed before it's finished. Right there, the one that's covered. Then I'm going to show you what I harvested this morning. Sorry. Didn't want the hose to get in the way. I'm multitasking here with the hose and the camera. I do this so that the fertilizer can get to the roots of the plant evenly. I'm going to be putting water on all the places where I put the fertilizer. Some of them were watered already this morning. Just want to make sure that it's taking it in. And here is the sweet potato bed. I'm going to go over by the pineapple bed, the container one, the container pineapple. But before I do that, I need to wash these containers that I use so that the flies will not come by. So I'm going to leave you right here. Oh, I'm going to put the stuff that I harvested this morning right here in front of you. I harvested some cantaloupe and napa cabbage. It's out of the way. I'll put it right there. That's this morning's harvest. I'm gonna go down to this end where I put the fertilizer. Put some water on those plants. Thank you for your time. Please remember your thumbs up. Yeah, I'm going to be watering, putting some water on the plants where I placed the liquid fertilizer so that the fertilizer can go evenly down to the roots of the plant. So I'm trying to get the hose up there without knocking you over. Papaya trees. That's the last places I'm going to be making sure that the liquid fertilizer seeps down into the roots. So ladies and gentlemen, and that is how I use my that is how I use my kitchen scraps. I use it to make liquid fertilizer. And if you don't feel like making liquid fertilizer, just do what I do right here. Drop your kitchen scraps right in your garden. So I'm just going to leave the view right here for you as I clean up and get the garden back to what it should look like. I hope you learned something today. Did you see? Oh yeah, I'll show you. For those of you just coming in, this is what I harvested earlier today. Some callaloo and Napa cabbage, also known as Chinese cabbage. So don't waste your kitchen scraps. Throw them out in your garden. It's a beautiful day out here today. Another cloudy, windy day. Right? The water hose is back in its place. Containers. Oh, I have some scallion green onions that I need to plant in the beds. I think I'll do that now. When you think you're finished, it's never. God's child, how are you? Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. Yeah, just finished using my liquid fertilizer. All those color, yeah, harvested that this morning. And those are volunteers. So I have a video for that. Yeah, so I just finished my my liquid fertilizer that I made from kitchen scraps. and I'll use it in the garden on the plants. And now I just remember that I've had these green onions that I need to plant in the beds. I use it to deter pests. So that's what I'm gonna get. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, those your plants are always welcome. Joshua, I think Joshua is watching from behind now. But he he pops in now and then. So I'm gonna get the green onions that I bought. I bought a couple package from the store. So I know that I'll have enough to last me for a long time in the garden. As long as you keep cutting green onions. And by the way, green onions can be planted anywhere in your kitchen. Even in a small container in your kitchen, have it on your windowsill, and you will always have green onions to cut and use while there, right there. I have even some basil on my kitchen sink. Kitchens, not this sink, above the kitchen sink. Yeah, that I use each day. Happy to hear that, Joshua. Oh, see, Joshua is there. Yes. He'll be perfect for cooking and baking. Yeah, yeah. Let me go get the green onions. Also, I have some, look at my tomatoes that I harvested too. Oh, you have some planted there too? Lush and beautiful, yeah. That's nice. Yeah, man, use whatever you can to get your garden growing, to eat what plant what you eat so that you can eat what you grow. So let me show you the scallion. Should have used them up already, but got so busy over the weekend. Usually what I do is before I plant it, I cut off the tops, which is, you want to cut off the tops. Should have cut them off so that I had them to use inside. But I'm just going to put them in the garden since they're old. So that you would just have this, with the roots there. So you just simply dig a small hole. Let me get that little piece of stick. You don't even need much of anything. I had a little dig a hole, plant something. So I'll show you. I'm going to start over here. I was telling the folks earlier this morning too that there's another way you can use your kitchen scraps. Is just put it in the garden like this. Just throw them in there. So I'm just going to plant a few pieces of these. That's the easiest thing to plant. Because in 3 days, you can start cutting. All right, I'm gonna go down here and put some in right by the tomato bed. I hope it didn't get blurry. I'm taking a chance bringing you all the way up here. But you tell me if it's blurry or buffering. So I'm planting, for those who are just coming in, I'm planting some pest deterrent, and that's green onions. It deters pests, and then you can use it to cook. Each time you come, you just cut, and it keeps growing. So I'm gonna put some right here in this tomato bed. Put some in the collard greens bed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've, my, my idea was to be here for no more than an hour. I think I'm about there now. So I thank you so much for stopping by today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your comments. And thank you for your thumbs up. And I hope if you have not yet subscribed that you consider doing so. And come back next time. See what's happening right here in the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you, God's Child TV. Now I'm going to take care of my callaloo.